everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rin. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Instead of painting with a lot of different colors, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I'm sure you've heard me talk about how much I love color and just like pops of color in my paintings, and I like working with lots of color. But today I wanted to do a bit of a challenge for myself and do a monochromatic page in my sketchbook. I'm going to be totally honest, I have majorly been struggling deciding what to draw lately. I almost didn't even know if I was going to be able to have a video done for this week because I just genuinely don't know what to draw at this point. I'm definitely dealing with some art block. So if you have anything you would like to see me draw, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely try to draw it. I can use any ideas at this point. I would really appreciate them. But I had just drawn this girl in her dress, and in my head her dress was like a green, and so that kind of just inspired me to do this whole painting with just greens. The big thing I was thinking of while I was painting this was, in order for a page of just one color, I do end up adding yellow later on in this, so there is like some pops of yellow, but thinking about using a variety of different greens, but also thinking about making sure I'm paying attention to values and making sure I'm really doing some lighter values contrasted with very deep values. To be honest, I've only ever done monochromatic painting one other time when I did Inktober a little bit last year, and I really enjoyed doing it. I feel like it's a really good way. It's a very easy way to kind of ease into how colors interact with each other, and I really did enjoy painting this a lot, way more than I expected to, because I just have felt very burnt out. But I thoroughly enjoyed this entire painting process. I originally was going to film painting both this page that I'm working on with the girl and flowers and the cat, and then also the left side of this spread, but I just honestly couldn't decide what to draw on the other side, so we only end up doing the right page. So hopefully by next week I will have powered through the art block and I'll have some more ideas, or like I said, if you have anything you'd be interested in seeing me draw in my style, please do let me know and I can try and draw them for next week's video. If I get a bunch of requests, maybe I can just do a page of like random doodles. I love doing that. I love just doodling. I think there's so much pressure, especially with social media nowadays, to feel like everything you create has got to be aesthetic and perfect and very visually engaging, especially because the world is moving very fast. Social media moves very fast, so I feel like we're very used to having things just kind of all the time in our faces, very quick moving, and it can be a lot of pressure to try and keep up with that. But at the end of the day, like, the most important thing is that you're creating art that you like as well. If you are a fellow artist that is also a content creator, or you're in art school, or just feel like pressured from the people around you, or feel like you're putting that pressure on yourself to create things that are perfect, I just want this to be an encouragement that it doesn't have to be perfect to be good. It still has value just because you created it, and that's beautiful. There's no need to feel like everything you create has to turn out exactly how you saw it in your mind. Also, if you're a fellow artist who has also experienced art block, as I think probably every artist has, I'd really love to know what helps you get through that. If you have any things that are just like guaranteed, I will feel better and inspired to draw after I do this one thing, please let me know about them, because I think that's like something that clearly I struggle with, but lots of other artists struggle with, so it'd be great to hear some other solutions that always work for you. I'd be super interested to hear about that. Here I had to take a quick break from painting because somebody was like, "Mom, you're painting the page green? Look how beautiful my green eyes are," and she literally bullied her way onto my lap. So I took a quick painting break and then came back, started on these flowers. I really loved painting the seeds. What do you call this? Where like the bees land and pollinate. I don't know what that's called. The head? It's not really the head. Like, doesn't the head include the petals too? You know what I'm talking about. This part I'm painting right now, I loved painting these, and I love how they turned out. I only used my Daniel Smith watercolor sample page and my Winsor Newton palette just for the yellow, and that was it. It was really nice to work with a limited palette as well, because I'm so used to doing a lot of color, but sometimes when you're doing pieces with a lot of color, that can feel kind of overwhelming. So it was really nice to just kind of not overthink my color palette when I was already struggling with just knowing what to draw. So maybe if you're somebody else struggling with art block, but you really want to draw and paint, that might be a good way to take off some of the pressure from yourself. And then I started painting this cat, and I love this cat, and I'm naming him Louie. And if you know why, if you know, you know. If you don't know, watch DuckTales, because it's hilarious. You know what my favorite thing about doing voiceovers is? I know from my analytics, not everybody sticks around to the end, so I can just get more and more and more unhinged as the video goes along and chaotic. And it doesn't matter, because most people aren't going to hear it anyway. As always, if you are still listening to this at this point in time, high five. Virtual high five. Comment down below. I want to write down everybody who watches my videos to the end. Comment a green emoji. I don't care which green emoji. Comment one. I want to write down everybody who watches to the end of my videos usernames, and then give you all a shout out in all of my videos, because it's super kind and I really appreciate it. So thank you. So anyway, yeah, while Louie was drying, I went and I did highlights on the girl, and then I went back after Louie dried, and I really wanted to add some white on him as well, using, of course, my awesome Posca pen. I can't recommend the Posca pen enough. Now that I've used it, this is I don't know if it's their finest tip, but it is a small tip. And so I wanted to add white on him to kind of help pull him into the piece as well. So I just added some white fur strokes, hair strokes. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are words? I don't even know at this point. And then I went ahead and kept lining everything. I just lined everything with a green colored pencil. Part of me almost wants to go back and line this entire piece with a similar shade of green fine liner, but I also don't want to mess it up, because I actually am happy with how this turned out. So I think I'll just leave it with the colored pencil. Also, now that I realize that this cat is low-key inspired by Louie from DuckTales, let me go on a DuckTales rant for just 1 minute, please. My life goal, one of my biggest life goals, is just to be Scrooge McDuck. I love DuckTales. Seriously, you can watch the full first season free on YouTube. This is not sponsored. My gosh, that'd be crazy if Disney was sponsoring me. But it's just so funny, and Louie is the best triplet. And yeah, this is how it ended up turning out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything else you'd like to see in my videos or hear me talk about, please leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next week, remember to be kind and stay cozy. Bye!